Just got my brand new SeeStar S30 Pro. Just out for a quick spin. Got some clear skies tonight. Very, very rare clear skies here in Scotland. So I thought I'd just do a quick live stream, share some of my results here. So we're just starting on M81 and M82 up in Ursa Major at the moment. So I've got quite a clear view of that from my back garden. So I'm just giving that a wee shot just now, and we'll see what we can get before the other cloud rolls in. But I hope you can join me for a wee bit anyway. So we'll stay out as long as we can for the cloud cover to stay away. Hopefully it'll keep out my way, but we'll see what we can get. But I've just got this SeeStar last week, so I had the S50 before. I kind of skipped the S30, but I decided with the 585 sensor, I really fancied having a go at the S30 Pro. So I managed to get one of the early releases. Thank goodness I got it last week. So I think there's some production issues with the Chinese New Year at the moment. So hey Pete, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So hope you're getting clear skies up where you are. At long last, I know you guys have had a bad run up there, but it's not been much better down here either. But I managed to get a little bit of patch of sky, so I thought I'd take the S30 Pro out for a wee spin and see how we get on. So hopefully the cloud will stay away from us. But are you managing to get out tonight? Have you got anything on the go at the moment? Just gonna hit a few clear spells. Right, too much humidity. Yeah, it's annoying. Nothing worse. Nothing ever comes together all at the same time, does it? So usually the last clear skies we had, it was like a full moon, so it was a bit of a nightmare. But you can't have it all. But I think that's the bonus of these kind of smart scopes. So you can get out quickly and just have a quick shunt about. But it's snowing as well. Oh, no. As I said to you the other day, we haven't had any snow down here, thank goodness. It's just been wet and raw and absolutely horrible. Way too windy, but it's just been abysmal this year, really. So God bless the remote imaging. That's all I can say. So, but it's not been that great. I've got a scope in Spain, but the weather's been pants over there as well. It's been pretty rubbish, but you can't have it all. You can't have it all. So I'm just doing a little bit on M81 and M82 just now. So I'll see how far I can get with this. I'll probably just hit these targets for about 10-15 minutes just to bounce around, and we'll hit something else based on my view. I don't have a great view where I am in the south and the west, but I've got a fairly good clearance from the north and the east. So we'll try and see. Oh, you think about going to Starfront? Yeah, I took on one of their rental. It's an S30, not the S30 Pro, but I decided to just have a go at that just for some fun. So I managed to get one of the last rentals there for this tranche anyway. So I'm just waiting for them to send me the login details for that. So that'll be good. The S30 from Texas will be pretty cool. So I mean, I'm Bordeaux 5 down where I am, but Bordeaux 1 will be amazing. So gonna have a wee look at that obviously and see what we can get. But it's on a rolling month to month basis, so I'll give it a go and see. I think they're expanding there as well, so getting some more systems out there so for rental. So it's just so expensive sending your own stuff out from here, so just with taxes and everything like that. And insurance has been a bit of a nightmare as well. Just haven't been able to get anything adequate. So but it's pretty cool. What are you thinking about sending out, Pete, to Starfront? Have you got any plans for that in terms of a specific rig? Or oh right, yeah, you're getting your data from Chuck. Yeah, but he's got a RASA, doesn't he, out there? So I think yeah, it's pretty cool. So it'd be pretty sweet having a RASA out there. It'd be pretty amazing. So I'd be loving that. So you could do some damage out there with a RASA, certainly. So they're just so fast. So I experimented with I had a Celestron C6. I had a Hyperstar on it, so that was good fun. But I moved on from that now. So All right, yeah, you've got the Stella Mira. That's what I'm using out in Pixel Skies, so it's a really, really good triplet. I really enjoying that. I've got that with a 2600 mm and some Atlia SHO and LRGB filters. It's been really good. Just a really nice system. So it's been pretty flawless as well. I've never had any bother with it. So it runs like a dream. Really, it's been really good. But the guys out there from First Light Optics, they're really great for any help and support as well. They're really good. I think Starfront's got a good handle on everything as well, by from what I've hear. So I think you won't have any problem out there either, by the sounds of it. So that'll be really cool. Are you saying that it would be mono? Are you going to do one shot color out there? Are you thinking about doing a mono system or? Well, M81 and M82 is coming up fairly nice here. I'm just in all as mode at the moment, so I'm not doing equatorial. So I haven't set that up yet for the S30 Pro, but you can see some of the artifacts here in the top and bottom here, just as the image shifts a little bit. But oh, yeah, on mono all the way through. Yeah, that's a good idea, Pete. So it's a bit of an ordeal over here doing mono, obviously, but out there you'll have no issues. So be very cool. Right, this is looking not too bad. There's some kind of hazy light cloud around, so it's not optimal, but pretty pleased with what's coming through at the moment. So I've been pretty impressed with this 585 sensor. So this is kind of the one I've been waiting for, really, in terms of a smart scope. But I'm interested to see what the next iteration will be as well as smart scopes, in terms of what sensors they're going to be using. So it'll be very cool. I'm liking this feature as well. You can mark up your targets as well. It'd be pretty good for outreach and stuff like that if you don't know what targets are around your main targets. So pretty cool for reference as well. So there's a lot of cool, neat features here. I've only started with looking at the new app. I haven't been on it since the S50, so I had that a while back, but I moved that on. But I enjoyed using it, but I was looking for this kind of sensor on it. So it's pretty sweet having a 585 on this. So it's been a good performer. I've got a couple of other 585 cameras here at home, so that I use for my bigger rigs, but it's pretty cool to see it on a smart telescope, obviously. So I'll run this target for another few minutes, and then I'll move on. I think I'll try to get about 15 to 20 minutes of each target, and we'll see what we can get. So yeah, it's not looking too bad, Pete. It's been pretty good performer. So the app's been pretty stable and stuff like that. I haven't had a real go at it. I had a couple of goes at the scenery mode a couple of days ago, just out the back garden from my mum and dad's up in Dunblane. You can see the distant Highland Hills out there, but it was pretty cool in the scenery mode as well. So, and the time lapse during the day is pretty cool as well. So I got a few time lapses in as well. So I haven't tried the Milky Way mode yet. I have to try that as well and see what that's like. But I haven't tried that yet in any of the smart scopes. So it'd be pretty sweet to try all the features out. So there's just so much to much to look at the moment. So in terms of feature sets, so it's been good fun exploring everything. But I'll have to get it in equatorial mode though as well, to avoid these kind of artifacts coming through. But it'd be interesting to see what it'll be like when you can edit them all properly. And I'm saving each frame as I go along, so I could probably try it in PixInsight tomorrow and see what kind of result you can get. So I think it does a pretty good job from just standard out the app here, but it'll be interesting to see what it's like in a fully fledged editing system. So it'll be pretty cool. The focus has been working pretty well as well. I haven't had any bother with that as well. So I had a couple of issues with that my S50. Sometimes it wasn't that great at auto focusing, but that was a while back. I think they've sharpened everything up now in terms of the firmware and the updates on the app, so it's been running pretty well. Cool. Right. I'll run this for another minute, and then we'll move on to another target here, and we'll see what I can get from my my vantage point here in Stirling, just in central Scotland. So be cool to take this out to a lower Bortle zone as well. I'd like to really give it a go out there as well. So I'm pretty lucky here. Bortle 5's not too bad, so I'm pretty well served. Up at my mum and dad's, just a few miles away. They're about Bortle 4, so they've got a better view south and west. So with a big vista out there, so I'd like to try and get it out there as well. And I'd like to try it in Orion tonight, but I'm totally blocked off by trees, unfortunately, from my back garden. So it really works for the brighter targets, I think. So it'd be pretty sweet. But I'll have to save that for another night, unfortunately. So righty. Yeah, there's quite a few artifacts coming in here now in the top and the bottom of the frame. So I don't think 15 minutes is probably the most I'm going to kind of stretch for in the alt as mode. So we'll see how we get on. So yeah, be good up in the Cairngorms Peak, definitely. Yeah. My wife, she's from Nairn, so and I went to high school up there. So my sister-in-law's moved back up there, so we get up there quite a lot. So she's just on the beach basically. She just lives in Fishertown, so she's got some great views, especially when the aurora hits. So you get some pretty stunning views out there over the Firth. So it's very, very beautiful. So I get my Nairn fix when in the summertime we get to go up. So it's good fun with the kids. So nice to they're at the age still where ice cream and a beach is fine. So they're pretty low maintenance. So we're lucky that way. So right, I think I'll give this a pause here, and we'll see what we can see with the scenic camera. I think I like this wide angled lens idea as well. So obviously it's something that you didn't get on the S50. So it's nice just to pan around and see what your sky's looking like anyway. So the joystick works pretty intuitively as well. So I'm just working this off I've got it in station mode, but I'm working it off the desktop app actually. So but you get some nice views of the stars as well. It's a good way. It's not a total all sky camera, but you know what I mean. You can get a good view of what your sky conditions are like quite quickly. So comes out pretty well. Right, I'll have a look here. See what else we can get. I like this new constellation feature as well. It's pretty cool. So you can have a look around and by constellation, see what objects are up there. So see what else I can get. So some of the other galaxies are quite small. Maybe try for the Whirlpool galaxy and see what we can get on that. These will be tiny, but I'm interested to see what the size is anyway. So let's have a look here. I'll spin around to it. So really need to get a camera outside as well, and I can show you the setup out there as well. So I've just got this S30 Pro just on a Benro Mach 3 tripod, so it's been pretty stable. So the little tiny tripod's pretty good, but I prefer to get some height on it, obviously. So especially seeing over the fence and stuff like that, over the fence line. But it's been pretty cool with the Mach 3. It's been pretty solid. Oh, there's a whirlpool just down there. I'm not sure what the compression rate's like here on YouTube, but I was downloading a couple of the time lapses to Instagram, and it really compresses it. It doesn't look as good. It looks really good on the screen, and it looks really good when you download it from the app. But when you're sharing it in social media, sometimes it doesn't look as good. So I shared some footage on TikTok, and first comment I got was from a guy who said that doesn't look like very good quality, but I was like, I promise it does look better on the app. So the compression rate is just horrific on social media sometimes. So you don't get a true vision of what I'm seeing here, obviously, at my end, but you kind of have to see it for yourself. But hopefully this will give you a good idea of the kind of objects you can get and the kind of framing. But whirlpool's tiny in here, but I like to get a good expanse around some of these targets as well. But maybe not so much for this one, but I'll give this one a wee bit of a go as well. So hit some time on this one, and then I'll try and get something a bit bigger and try and hit a nebula maybe next. So see what else we can get. So if you're joining for anywhere else, is anybody else hitting any targets tonight? So let us know in the comments if there's anybody else out there imaging tonight. So hopefully you've got some clear skies where you are. So been few and far between here in Scotland and the UK in general, I think, but we take what we can get over here. Well, the sky's holding up for us, so I came out about 8 o'clock to start the stream, actually, 8 o'clock tonight, but as soon as I started, the clouds started rolling in, so I had to pause for a bit, put the kids to bed, and then come back out and have a go at it. So I'm glad I managed to get back out, though, so at least I can give this S30 Pro a wee spin. So this will be ideal, I think, really, for these times when you do have kind of sporadic cloud around. At least you can get some data, so it's good to get some imaging in, even if it's not like a full night in. So the problem we have here in the UK as well is just it's very difficult to leave your equipment out all night and relax. You really can't do it. So normally, I don't know how anyone else does it. I just normally just stay up with it and then nurse it all the way through, checking the skies tentatively to make sure there's no rain coming, and then wait for it in the morning and then pack it all up. So sleep can be a bit of an issue sometimes, but that's the life of an astrophotographer, isn't it? So this is building up pretty nicely. So although it's small, it's certainly coming through okay. Yeah. Just amazing what we can get now with these smart scopes. So especially just a tiny little thing plonked down your back garden. It's very cool. So I'm interested to see which way they're all going to go as well. So I wonder if an S70 will be out soon enough. So or anything even bigger as well. So has anyone else out there got any smart scopes, or anyone tried anyone? So I think the S30 was pretty popular as well, but I think this S30 Pro is going to trample it in terms of in terms of sales. That's for sure. So. All right, Pete. Yeah, Yeah, you need them permanently mounted in a dome. Yeah, definitely. So I think you're right. It's a balancing act over here in the UK, isn't it? So you can snatch for all this really nice stuff, but it's just if it just sits gathering dust, it can be really tricky. So I'm just as guilty of that as well. Try and have different scopes for different jobs, but and try and get as many out in one night as you can, obviously. But it can be an ordeal as well, especially when you're not guaranteed clear nights. But big RC would be nice though. Yeah, I've not that's the only scope I've not imaged with yet or tried is an RC. So how's the collimation on that? I don't know if there's that's overblown half the time in terms of the difficulty of it, but I don't have any experience, so I wouldn't know. But um, I'm mainly just Newtonians and refractors for mine. I've got a couple of Maxitoffs for visual. I've not really imaged apart from lunar, obviously, but I've not tried the old RCs yet. So nice small 6-inch RC. I'd be thinking that'd be quite a nice system to have, but it's not one I've ever used. So well, the whirlpool's coming up here nicely. So approaching about 5 minutes on this. So as I say, I'll give it about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes a target, and we'll see what we can get. All right, the truss tube one's right. Oh right, okay, yeah, yeah. I didn't realize the difference between that and the solid version. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, it's again tinkering's all very well and good, but when you want to get things up and running quickly, it's you just want to get going sometimes, don't you? But that's good to hear about the truss tube ones. I'll bear that in mind for the future. So they would be good, like you say, in a remote observatory if they're permanently up. That would be very sweet to have. So oh, they got the right. Okay, the focus or tilt plates built in. Yeah, that makes sense. So no, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm sure they're great when they're all running and singing. So it's like anything, I guess. It's like a fast Newtonian as well. Once you've got it dialed in, it's you're just good to go as long as you don't bash it, knock it when you're pulling it back in at nighttime, I guess. But the highest I've got is a 10-inch Newtonian, so and it's been pretty good. But I've got the 130 PDS, the Skywatcher, but I'm just fitting at the moment. I've got a video coming out about that, but I'm fitting the Backyard Universe mods on that, the primary mirror mask and the new spider vane. So that'll be cool to see how that goes. I've had no problem with the PDS. It's been really, really good, but there is some light leakage and stuff from the back. So it'll be good to get that dialed in a bit tighter. So, but it's a great scope. I've had lots of fun with that. So it's only f5, but I've got a Star Arizona Nexus as well. That would bring it down to f3.75, I think. So um, I'd like to try that for some EAA and even some live stacking like this, obviously. But obviously, you'll get a bit more zoomed in, especially in something like the Whirlpool here. But oh yeah, I bet yeah. Those C11s are beasts. Yeah, I just got an Edge 8. I haven't had it out yet. I haven't even opened it up fully yet, so that's coming in a future video. But I wanted to try and get that for some imaging stroke kind of visual stuff. But I got the point 0.7 reducer with it as well. I've got to fit that, and I got the new Prima Luce, the new Sesto Senso 3, the new focuser there for the SCTs. So I've still to fit all that, but the they're nice. The SETs are really nice. So an 11-inch it'd be great though. Yeah, but I can imagine that's a bit of a piece. So well, this is building up okay here in M51. As I say, I'll be interested to see what they all look like when you can get them all edited up. So I'll edit them in the app, and I'll also have a go at them in PixInsight tomorrow. So and see what they look like. So I haven't tried any of the AI denoising or anything like that on the app. So I haven't tried anything like that yet. So be interesting to see the difference in results we can get from that. So yeah, it's coming out nicely. The other thing I'd like to try is the star trails as well. I've not tried that yet either. So, but I'm just focusing on the imaging tonight, obviously. So I'll maybe do that in a follow-up video. So I'd like to try all the different modes. So yeah, they are good, Pete. I've seen some really nice ones. So even on Astrobin, there's some really good ones being posted. So even on the Discord on Starfront, I've seen even just with the S30, the S50, there's some really nice ones. That's why I'm looking forward to getting that one running in Border One skies. It'd be pretty sweet to get some time on that. Even some time lapses and stuff like that as well. It'd be pretty cool. But yeah, you should definitely get one. I'd recommend them. I mean, as I say, I skipped the S30. I was waiting for one with a sensor like this, you know, the 585. Once I'd heard that was coming, I was like, no, hold off and I'll get that one. But I got mine from Rother Valley Optics. So they had a deal where you put down a £50 deposit and then you paid the balance when they came in, which was great. Adam and his team down there, they're fantastic. I use them quite a lot, as well as First Light Optics as well. They're the kind of two main ones I use. But um, I was speaking to Adam. I said I'm glad I got one fairly quickly, and he said that they only got 6 units in from their first batch, and I was number 5. So I was like, thank goodness I managed to get in when I did, because I might have been waiting till kind of March or maybe later this month. So, as I said earlier, I think with the Chinese New Year, the production's really slowed down. So I think if you're ordering one now, you've got about a 6 to 8 week wait, I think, anyway. So you might be lucky, but that's what I was hearing. So I think First Light Optics had posted something on their forum and Stargazers Lounge about it. So it looks like it's a 4 to 6 week wait from coming out. But yeah, if you get one, they're really handy. So they're good fun. As I say, they'll never kind of these ones, at least, they'll never displace our bigger rigs, will they? But they're good fun. They're good fun to use. So I enjoy them. So and the kids like it as well. I mean, it's good for on the app and stuff like that as well on the phone. It's been good fun. So they like looking around the moon and stuff like that. They like that kind of stuff, and it's pretty good. So yeah, that's true. That's true, Pete. No big deal at all. So we're waiting a while for these ones, definitely. So it's the clear skies are. I know. It's been so awful these last few months. I mean, last year wasn't fantastic, but we did have some patches. But it's been dire. I said to my wife, I always like trying to get out in the winter as much as possible, although it's freezing. It's the best time we've got, obviously, with the long nights, especially you more so up there. We're pretty good here, obviously, in terms of, you know, 11, 12 hours of darkness. It's great because if you can get a clear night, if you've got a one-shot color camera or something, you can get something fairly done fairly quickly, you know. So it's trying to get that run. That's all it is. It's just trying to get that run. And it seems to elude us more and more as the years go on, unfortunately. So Yeah, it's been pretty dire. It's just been awful. So it's been awful. I mean, everyone in the family are looking forward to the spring. We've just got a new puppy recently as well, and the girls are looking forward to getting the dog out in the clear weather because it's just been absolutely peeing it down every day and getting the puppy out and getting it bathed every time it comes in and stuff. They're getting a bit fed up of it, but um, they're saying, "Oh, we need the summer back, the light nights and stuff." I was like, "No, I don't want them. I want the dark nights." So I want to try and get as many of them in as I can. So, but I'll just have to switch over to solar and lunar, I guess, from the summertime. But it's all part of the fun, isn't it? So, right, we've got 10 minutes on the whirlpool here, so we'll see what else we can get after this. Not coming in too badly actually, so more detailed than I thought it would be at this focal length. So that'd be interesting to see what it looks like when it's fully edited up. Yeah, that'll be good if it's clear for the eclipse. I know that'll be the nice one in the partial one in August. That'll be really, really good. So, what kind of solar rigs have you got? Are you a quark man, or you got other? You got any dedicated scopes for solar? I'm using the quark. I use the quark with a Bresser 127, and I also use it with the little Evo Star 72 as well. It's been good for that. So the quark's good, I guess, because you can interchange with different scopes. It's been good fun to use, but I would like to get a small kind of 40 or 50 mil dedicated scope, or even that a cuter one, the new one, the H Alpha one, that looks pretty cool as well. So all right, okay, you've got a 76, yeah. The 432 is a good chip for that. So I've got the Apollo M Max, so I think that's the 432 chip on that one, the player one. And I ran a 174, a ZW 174 in that as well, but I prefer the 432. It's a really, really good chip. Very, very cool resolution on that one. So it's great up close as well. You can get some really, really nice images off that one. So right, well, 12 minutes on this one now. I'll leave it a few minutes for the whirlpool and then we'll move on to another target. When I get these edited up, I'll post them on my socials, obviously, and I'll post them in one of the community tab and the on YouTube as well. So you can kind of see what they look like when they're all edited up. So and the Milky Way comes back properly as well. I'd like to get a good view of that as well. So with the Milky Way mode, but I think I'm going to have to go out and about. I think I'm not going to get that from the back garden really. So I'll have to travel out quite a well, not quite a bit. I've got stuff fairly close by, so quite a few dark skies around, not too far away. So I managed to get out there. And if I can take this wee scope, it'd be great just to plonk it down. So save me taking a bigger rig out. So did you manage to get the aurora, Pete, a few weeks ago? I think was it a few weeks ago last month? It was quite bright actually. It took me by surprise. I had to run out and get the cameras, but I know you said you were clouded out pretty much quite a lot, but did you manage to get it? We had a break in the cloud. I managed to get it. There was a lot of red in it. It was very, very beautiful. So, oh yeah, you'll get a great view from up there. Yeah, definitely. So, I think the Milky Way really lends itself to that. It's really, really nice. So, oh, you missed the aurora. Yeah, that's a shame. been lucky. The last few big ones I've managed to just time it. The skies have been pretty clear, so we managed to get it. So I've been very, very lucky with that. So, but it's just a case really of grabbing a camera and getting it set up as quickly as possible. It always takes you by surprise, but because you never know how powerful they're going to be, really. So I just set up a time lapse in the back garden and let it run. So my dad, he's got a security camera, a wide security camera up in the back of his house in Dunblane. So I just set that off remotely. I can do that through an app. So I just usually set that off and get some footage from that as well. It's pretty cool seeing it on that. So the resolution isn't as good, obviously, but if it's bright enough, you get a great view of it. So. Hi there, BCHL King. Thanks for joining us. Just imaging with the SeeStar S30 Pro here from Scotland. So just giving a quick run around. So we're hitting, I'm imaging from Stirling in the UK. So just in central Scotland. So I'm a Bortle 5. We're just hitting a few targets here. Just giving it about 10, 15 minutes of target just to, this is a kind of semi first light. So I just got the scope last week. So I'm just giving it some test runs just now before I do a full review on the channel. So, but I just wanted to get out while we had some clear skies and give it a quick spin around the universe. So. We're getting up to minute to go on the whirlpool. So I'll cut it at 15 minutes and then we'll move on to something else. Oh, you've got a SeeStar 30 Pro coming, S30 Pro, cool. No, they've been really good. I was saying, I just got mine in the I was lucky. I think I got one of the first batches that was in release, but it's really, I was just lucky. I think just lucky to get it in that batch. I was the one of 6, I think, from the retailer I got it from. So I was very lucky to get it. So because I think there's a bit of a backlog now with the production. So, oh, you're in BC, are you? Okay, so not a complete small world, but I did all my childhood. My mum and dad, we moved to Canada in 1980. I did all my childhood school days in Ontario, so just southern Ontario, Cambridge. So, so yeah, I've not been back to Canada since. So my mum, she got homesick for Scotland, so we came back. But I was out there for 10 years. So my wee brother, he was born out there, so he's got dual citizenship. So he's got his Canadian passport as well. So he can go back anytime. But we kept our British citizenship. We were out there. So, but I loved Canada. Great, lovely, lovely place to grow up. So I didn't want to leave. So I actually hated my mum and dad for moving us over. But when we came back, we relocated to the Highlands in Scotland. So, and I met my wife there. So in retrospect, it was a good move. So my mum always spends time reminding me of that fact, obviously. So yeah, BC's very, very beautiful. So unfortunately, we didn't get to travel very much in Canada. So in the 1980s, my dad was just busting at working. So we didn't have a lot of extra funds to travel at that time. But it's certainly, I'd like to get back, take my kids back and stuff like that. So Niagara Falls was our annual trip, obviously. So anytime people were visiting any relatives from the UK, we would always go to Niagara Falls, which we loved as kids, but my dad was getting fed up of it after like the 8th time in a row. So, but I used to love Niagara. It was good fun in the 1980s anyway. So. Okay, I'll maybe call it a day here on the whirlpool, and we'll maybe move over to something else. Maybe try and hit a nebula. So hit a few galaxies. So we'll try a nebula and see what we can get here. So the sky's still looking pretty clear. So we'll keep going, and I'll see what we can get. I'll maybe go for the maybe the Soul Nebula. I think the old Heart and Soul, but think that's still within view. We'll have a look. All right. Have you got some clear skies in Canada tonight? Are you managing to image tonight yourself, or? Right, we'll just zone in on the Sol here. I like a lot of the stuff up in Cassiopeia, so it's a nice constellation for some nice targets up there. I think it should frame pretty nicely in the Sol with this, actually, with the 585 sensor here. So oh no, I see a house there, so we're not. I don't think we're gonna hit that one tonight. So I'm gonna have to abort that one, unfortunately. So let's have a look and see what else we got. See if I've got anything up in. I think I've still got Auriga in my sights. We'll have a look. See what else we can get. Let's see if we can get up to the. Oh, we'll try the tadpoles. Let's have a look. What are we at here? Right. Again, I might be hit by the other side of the house and the trees, but we'll have a wee look. So. Well, that's good. You got some clear skies coming up. That's good. So get out while you can. So definitely. No, I think we've got an obstructed view from there as well. Hold on a second. Let's have a look here. I like this handy sky atlas as well. It's pretty cool having it at your disposal. All this area here is unfortunately shut off for us, unfortunately. So we'll have to get back up to the north, see if we can might pit the maybe go for the Iris Nebula. I think that's just clearing just now. I'll have a wee look. Oh, there's the Iris there. I'll have a look at that. Hi, mate. How long have I had the Pro? Yeah, I just got it last week, so I was lucky to have one of the first batches from the retailer I got it from. So it was I was lucky to get that because I think, as I was saying to some of the guys before, I think there's an issue now with supply with the Chinese New Year. I think so. If you hadn't got an early order in, I think you'd be struggling next few weeks. Oh, we got some clear here, so we'll have a look. We'll have a look at the Iris here and see what we can get from that. So yeah, I was lucky to get the Pro when I did. So I'm glad I got an order in when I did. So pretty much when it was released, the pre-order was released from my retailer here in the UK. I just put an order in. So oh, you got a Dwarf 3 yesterday. Yeah, how are you finding that? So I've not tried any of the Dwarf scopes. So the only smart scopes I've had really the SeeStars. So oh, there's the Iris popping out on us there. So we'll stick on this for about 15 minutes and see how we get on. So yeah, I think there's a big back order for a lot of them now. So yeah, definitely. So but it's been a fun scope. I've enjoyed using it. I've said this is the first kind of proper shot I've had. I had a couple of very, very quick sessions a few nights ago, and I've done some time lapses during the day and stuff like that. Just but it's been good fun. It's been good fun. I recommend it. So especially with this 585 sensor now. So it's been really cool. We'll stick on here for 15 minutes, guys, and we'll have a look what we can get for the Iris. So I think Cepheus is coming into view just over the house now, so I managed to I'll hopefully manage to get a few targets in there, and we'll have a look. So yeah, M13 is a good target. So I'll see if I can manage that next. Yep, no problem. Thanks for the suggestion. So star cluster would be pretty nice in this scope, I think, as well. So I was just saying, even some of the galaxies, although they're quite small, the details coming through pretty well. So I've been pretty impressed with it. So oh right, you got the dwarf from High Point Scientific. Yeah, they're really good. So they're a nice, good retailer to work with. So they didn't have the pro, right? Yeah, I think you'll be in for a wee bit of a wait, I think. So yeah, that's true. It is small in this, but it'd be they're very pretty to look at. I like an old star cluster. Often turn to them when the moon's out here, especially with the Newtonian. They're quite nice in a Newtonian. So I image star clusters quite a lot with my Newtonian. So so do you know when is your dwarf 3 going to be here any day now, or have you got to wait for that as well, or is that coming in soon? Yeah, they sure are, Pete. I really go for them. So I do that with the remote scope as well, and pixel skies as well. If the moon's too close, it can really blow out even the mono sometimes. So it's good for I'll go for a star cluster even with a mono rig sometimes as well. So it's very pretty. So I do like looking at them. They're very pretty, even visually as well. I mean, they're stunning. Obviously, if you've got a big enough aperture, so you get a good view through that 11-inch you've got, definitely. So oh, you got it on Thursday. Okay, cool. That'll be good. That'll be good. So good luck with it. Let us know how you get on with it as well. So I'd be interested to see. So I've seen quite a few reviews of the Dwarf 3. They look pretty cool as well. They're tiny, tiny. I thought the SeeStar was small as well, but when I had the S50, but yeah, those dwarf scopes are pretty small as well. So I'll have a look next week. Yeah, we can have a look. So the Beehive's a nice one too. So yeah, I'll have a look. Definitely. I'll frame it up in the Sky Atlas and see what it looks like. No problem. If my clear skies hold up. So are you saving up for a red cat? Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't tried any of the red cats. I did fancy a 51 a few years back, but I never got round to getting one. So but there's some nice images coming off them. I've seen some really beautiful ones. Even the 71s and the 91s as well. Yeah. Really good. So right, we're about 3.5 minutes now on the Iris. It's coming up pretty well. So I'm interested to see how much dust we're gonna get coming round. Around the edges, a really nice region. I've shot this quite a few times with a mono rig. It's really nice. So yeah, it's coming up okay, Pete. So I mean, I think even you guys are getting the compression on YouTube. I mean, it's even clearer from my end here. It's looking pretty. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. Yeah. As I say, once you get it properly edited up, it'd be pretty cool to see. So that's the thing with, I mean, that's why I kind of held out for this one as well. So a lot of the framing for the S50 and I found the S30 as well, which although I didn't have it, I saw quite a few people with them. It's quite tight with especially in some targets, not all obviously, but it's good to have the freedom of the slightly bigger sensor here with the 585. So and the mosaics again, if you got a big wadge of the sky as well, it'd be pretty pretty sweet. Getting some good big views of some of the big clusters and big nebula regions. Looking forward to that when Cygnus comes back up as well. It'll be pretty cool to image around there. So, oh, you've got a f4 6-inch. Yeah, they're nice. So, yeah, that's the same. I'm exactly the same as you. So that's why I got the smart scope. So I've got a few larger rigs, and it's just nice to plonk it down. No messing, no hassle. Just throw it up and get some views. And with these extra features on them as well, with the kind of Milky Way shots you can get, the star trails, it's good fun. It's really, really good fun. So that's all I've got it for. It's just an ancillary really to my bigger rigs. It's good good to get some low maintenance rigs out sometimes, isn't it? So I've got a few Newtonians. Yeah, I like Newtonians. So mostly Newtonians and refractors. That's my two mains. But the Newtonians are really good, especially your quicker ones as well. So I've got a couple of F5s, but I've got the Star Arizona Nexus, so that really speeds it up. So you can get some really good stuff out of that. So very, very quickly. So I've got quite a few rigs here in Scotland. So I've got a couple of Newtonians. I've got a Maxitoff SkyMax 127, but I mainly use that just for visual and imaging the moon and planets really. So I've got a solar rig as well. I've got a 127 mil refractor, just an achromatic refractor. So it's all mono, so it doesn't really matter. I don't really care about the color correction on it. So I use that for my solar, and I also have a remote rig running at the moment in pixel skies in Spain. So I'm running a triplet Stella Myra 90 triplet Apple there with a mono setup. So it's good fun there. And in June I've just taken on a rig in South Africa down at Kagakama Remote Observatories with Peter Dunsby. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's an FRA 300. It's a really wide field rig, but it's a mono rig. It's a 533 mono. So in their Border 1 down there, and I've never imaged in the Southern Hemisphere. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. So it's going to be really, really fun. So yeah, I'm a diffraction spike guy myself as well. I know it's a love and hate thing really. So it's like haggis up here in Scotland. You either love it or you hate it. But I like the old diffraction spikes so myself too. So some people really can't stand them, but I love them. So yeah, I've been looking at I'm looking at a 180 as well, Pete. They're really, really nice. The 127 is great, but sometimes you just want some more reach on it. So there was one on offer a few last year. I was thinking in Harrison's, they had a second hand. I was a customer return 180. I think I was going to go for that, but I missed the boat on it. Someone got in before I did, so unfortunately. So I saw some crazy prices on Amazon recently, but some of the Skywatcher telescopes were just ridiculous. So I think that SkyMax 180 was going for, it was down to like 485 quid or something, which is ridiculous. The 150, sorry, not the 180, but the 180 was down to 700-800 quid or something like that. So you're saving like 200 or 300 off retail. So, but those deals come and go really quick. I think you just have to be ready to pounce on them and hit it, So yeah, Macs are good. I like the Maxitoff. So after the cooldown, obviously, but the good thing is if you know you're going to use it, you can just run it off and leave it out for a while, do something else, and then come back, have a cup of tea, and have your dinner or something like that, and then get it running. So it's good from that perspective. So one of your club members, wow, 14, yeah, it'd have to be in a massive amount for that. Yeah, wow, that's some serious stuff. Yeah, that's some serious equipment. So That's the only issue. Obviously, the bigger you get, you've got to have something that's very, 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 very stable. Obviously, so and then that adds to the cost, obviously. But if you can get one of those, yeah, very, very sweet. So no, I've not had any of the air cameras. So I've got a 2600 MC here, just the OG version, the original one, the ZWO one here at home. I image with. And in Pixel Skies in Spain, I've got it's just the standard 2600 mono. I love those. The 571 sensor is beautiful. It's some really, really good images off here. I've got from here at home in Scotland and in Spain. So, but no, I haven't used the airs. I was thinking of maybe getting the 585 air, just for one of my other rigs, but I've not got round to that yet. So I've got a Uranus C, which is the 585. I just use that for kind of a quick one-shot color for some EAA. But the air, it does appeal, obviously, when you've got the kind of integrated unit, obviously, with the SI air in it. So I'd certainly be looking at that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Tracking rockets. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's quite a history. A system like that. Wow. Cool. Well, we're coming up to about 10 minutes now on the iris, so coming in too badly. Some more of the dust is certainly coming out here. So one thing I have been impressed with this scope as well is the tight stars as well. I mean, I noticed that when I had my S50, some of the stars were quite bloated initially. So, but this has been a joy to work with so far. So it's been really, really nice. Very, very nice. But if I was out earlier, I would have been able to get a couple of more kind of larger, brighter nebulas. But um, I've got just the patch of sky I've got at the moment, unfortunately. So, but mostly north and east at the moment. So, but I've got quite a few houses around me that way too. So I'm just trying to skip around everything and stick to the clear parts. So it's coming out okay. Impressed with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going to try and take it. I've got a clear patch tomorrow morning, so I'm going to try and get some solar images on that as well. So I think there's quite a few nice sunspots at the moment on the sun. So again, not as zoomed in as you get with a bigger rig, but it's pretty cool just having a quick look at the sunspots. So, and I think this would be a good eclipse scope as well, really. So because they've got the zoom feature on that as well, you can get the 1, 2, and 4 times zoom. So um, if I can get them downloaded, I'll try and show you some of the other kind of images I got with the scenery mode. So out the back of my parents' house, a few miles away, you can see the Highlands of Scotland, the lower Highlands, the Southern Highlands, from their back garden. So I went out yesterday to try and get some time lapses and just some images, just of the hills, just using the zoom function on the scenery side of things. So I'll try and get them downloaded here if they don't buffer too much with my signal. But if not, I'll post them on my links. I've actually posted stuff on my Instagram, so you can find me on Instagram here, just at Scotia Astro UK. So you can have a look in my recent stories. I managed to get some time lapses up. So I think the Pro would have, yeah, maybe, yeah. I think you. I'm not sure what kind of great image you would get from it, obviously, but I'm sure it could have picked it up. Definitely, yeah. So, but it's one I didn't get a chance to get. So I missed all the comets pretty much this year and pretty much last year as well. All the big ones that came out, unfortunately. So which was sad. I really wanted to try and get some of them, but just not enough clear skies and opportunity, unfortunately. So um, it was annoying. So especially when you're seeing all those beautiful images coming out, some really really beautiful ones on Astrobin. So very very nice. So. But I'm sure there'll be a few more comments coming our way soon enough. So. Have had any focus images, Astro Backyard and Nebula photos with pre-release models? Some I've had to reset models. Oh, really? No, I haven't had any issue on this one. It's certainly been okay. Certainly tonight's test and the tests I did before it focused pretty much instantaneously. It went through one iteration and it seemed to be okay. And as I said, the stars look okay to me. They're pretty tight. So no, I haven't had any issues on this unit, certainly. So I hadn't heard that. Thanks for sharing that though. Yeah, no, I haven't had any problems with it. So when I switched it on, there was a firmware update to be done, mind you. So I just did that right away before I did anything. But no, I've not had any focus issues on it. So. Oh, did you get lemon, Pete? Yeah. No, I know. I was kicking myself about that one. It would have been really, really nice. Some nice stuff from Starfront. Yeah, I bet. Tweet out there. So I think Bray, he was posting one pretty much every morning. I think I saw that for a run. So he must have been absolutely knackered. But he got some really, really nice stuff out there. I did see that. Yeah, very, very beautiful. So very beautiful. Right, we're at about 12 and a half minutes now in the iris. So I'll switch targets soon when we move on from something else. We'll see what else I can get. So. Oh, was that your first IOTD? Well done. Yeah. Congrats, Pete. That's really cool. No, it's always nice to get that. It's I'll have to go look at that. I don't think I saw that one of yours. I'll have to go back and look. I'll go and Astrobin later on and have a wee look at that. So thanks for sharing that. Cool. And congrats on your image of the day as well. So my background photo, so that's it's actually the elephant's trunk. I took that from my remote scope in Spain from Pixel Skies. So I'll see if I can show you this just a second. I'll minimize myself as well, sorry. That's it just there. So, but I got that from Spain. So that was for my mono rig. That was a 2600. So that was about 67 hours, I think it was. So it was quite quite a troll, but it was I managed to get a good run of nights there. So it came out fairly well. I was quite happy with it. So it was cool. All right, we'll give this another minute on the iris here, and then we'll move on to something else. I'm really gonna have to take this up to my parents' house, though. As I said, they've got a great view to the south and west. I'd like to get this on Orion. I can't get Orion from my house because they've got a line of trees, unfortunately, blocking it. So I'm gonna try and get that before it disappears again for the year. So there's a lot of good stuff up there as well. I think they'd be quite well lended here to the 585 sensor on this S30 Pro. So it'd be very cool. That's a toughie. Oof. I really like everything up in Cygnus, so I really like that area. So I have a Samyang 135 system I use here, and I could just image there all the time if I could get the clear skies. I would image there all the time. It's beautiful. I like a lot of the stuff up in Cygnus. So um, with my rig in Spain, I got a really nice close up in the butterfly and stuff in that area. It's very very beautiful. So it's just so much nebulae up there. It's just everywhere you look. So it's really good for mosaics and bigger, wider views. So anything up in Cygnus, really, that's one of probably my favorite constellations, certainly to image up in. So, and I get quite a good view of it from my back garden when it's up high at the time of year. So uh, it's I'll be glad when that comes back as well. Yeah, it's some good stuff. With the Samyang, it's so fast. That system's so fast. I can clear an image in one night. So even if I have a shorter night, it's pretty sweet using it. Right, we'll have a look here at the iris, and then we'll see what else we can get up here. Ooh. There it is, and there it goes. Let's have a look. See what else we can get up in Cepheus. Oh, oh. Cave's quite too firework. I don't think. I think that'll be pretty tiny, but I'll try this cluster here. Let's have a look here. Hey Logan, good to see you, mate. How you doing? How are you? Thanks for joining in. So just taking the S30 Pro I got last week for a spin. So a kind of semi-unofficial first light here. So just having a look and see what we can get. So are you getting anything tonight, mate? After you get your red cat, you're going to send it to Starfront as well. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, there's a wee cluster here, so we'll have a look at this. So we were just talking about star clusters a while back there, so let's have a go at this one. It's been a nightmare, mate. Pixel Skies hasn't been much better, has it? It's been diabolical, absolutely diabolical. I'm sorry you're not getting clear skies where you are, bud. So it's been an absolute nightmare. This is the first kind of clear sky. I was saying to the guys, I came out a few hours ago, but it was clear, and then this bank of cloud just came in. So I was like, crap, I did pack it up. It's easy to pack up a SeeStar though, obviously. So it's not a chore, but just bring it into the house. But put the kids to bed, and my wife said, "Oh, it's clear again. Go back out." So I was like, "Okay." Shot back out again. Managed to get set up. So it's good to see what we can get. So I'm just doing about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes on each target just to have a look. I've been pretty impressed with the S30 Pro so far. NGC 188 we're on. Okay, cool. Very nice. Don't think I've imaged this cluster before. That's a nice one though. It's sometimes nice. I like getting the expanse around images. Sometimes it's nice to be up close, isn't it? But it's nice sometimes to get a context of where it is in space as well. So yeah, it's been really good, Logan. I said I had the S50. I skipped the S30, but when I found out the Pro had the 585 sensor on it, I said, "No, I'll go for that." And I've been impressed. It's been really good. The kind of telephoto lens and the wide angle lens, they've both been really good. I've been doing some time lapses and stuff during the day, and they've been working it really, really well. But I'm impressed. The stars are pretty tight on this, so I've been impressed with the 585 sensor on this. Even if it's 30 mil, it's really, really good. I've been pretty impressed with it, buddy. So recommended, just as a something you can plonk down, you know, and have some fun with. So the S50, it was good. I was saying the guys, though, I find some of the stars were quite bloated on that in some occasions. So the stars have been a lot tighter on this one. So, but it's nice to get the extra reach of the S50, certainly. So especially for certain targets, it's been really good. But equally, it's nice to get the wider view here as well with the S30. So, or have both. Obviously, you get a choice, don't you? So. But yeah, I know this has been coming out pretty well. So I said to the guys, I'll just edit all this up tomorrow on PixInsight and see. I'm just saving each file, obviously. So, and it's got all the internal storage as well. So it's been pretty handy. So yeah, they're good for the kids. I had my youngest, she's 10, she was out, so she just likes fiddling about, you know, and she likes when I had the S50, she liked just scanning around the moon and stuff like that. So it's good for that. But for the kids, they can learn a lot as well, because obviously you've got all the information in terms of the constellation maps, the sky atlas as well, and that I like that new feature that you can search by constellation as well, and it gives you an image of what's available to view in each constellation. So it'd be a good learning tool for kids, certainly. Yeah, it'd be really good for learning the night sky, certainly. Right, we're about 3 minutes into this one. We'll run it for about 15, and then we'll move on to something else. See what we can get. I'll try and get a nebula next, probably. So something that's not too faint, but yeah, I had the S50. It was a good scope. I did let it go. I sold it on last year, but I had fun with it. It was good for the sun. I liked this the sunspot aspect of it was really good. So it was nice for plonking down for some quick solar. But I did find the solar filter on this S30 Pro is much better. It's just that magnetic one. The other one I found on the S50, you had to kind of pry it off with your fingernails, and mine was quite tight. And I was always panicked about pulling or yanking the arm too much, you know. So I didn't like that aspect of it. But the S50 it was a good scope. But this, I was saying that the stars are certainly tighter on this one here, the S30 Pro. So with the 585 sensor from what I've seen anyway. So but the S50's it's a good scope though. It's equally as fun to plonk down and have a go at. So Logan as well, if you're teaching people as well, the sky, it's this new mark feature as well is pretty cool. So you can mark up your targets here and it'll show you all the kind of stuff around it too. So it's good for navigating around. So but I'm gonna have to have a play around with all the features over the next few weeks. So and I'll do a kind of proper in-depth review of it once I've had a proper play around with it. But I'm certainly impressed so far, definitely. So if it's clear again tomorrow, I'm going to try and do some. I'll try one of the star trails because I've got a clear view of Polaris right up, so it'd be pretty cool to get that as well. So it's very intuitive, so I like that aspect of it. So, but I do have I image all my videos I film with Lumix cameras, so I've got the S5, the full frame camera. It's got a really good star trails feature on it. So again, you just set it and forget it, let it go. So it's a nice feature to have as well. So the only problem with the star trails, if you get a plane coming through it or some passing clouds, you need to kind of semi guarantee you're going to get a clear night, and that's pretty much impossible in Scotland, that's for sure. So Right, we'll give this another 10 minutes and we'll see what else we can get. Well, I hope you guys, some of you at least, have had better skies than we've had. I was just saying to some of the guys, the weather's been absolutely atrocious here in the UK. It's been absolutely abysmal this year. So I'm really hoping for a better spring. And when galaxy season turns around as well, I hope it'll be be a bit nicer, but get the bigger scopes out. So it's less of an ordeal when the weather's better, obviously, but praying for better skies. Too much in the way of, as I said, I'm running this in the alt as mode. I haven't tried the equatorial mode on it yet, so I've not done that yet. But yeah, so I mainly shoot one shot color here from Scotland from home. My remote rigs I certainly do mono, but I'm testing out 585 mono from Tech. They sent me a whole system with a filter wheel and a full set of filters. So I'm just reviewing that at the moment. So that review is going to be coming out soon. So it's been really good as well. I mean, I do like the 585 sensors, so it's been good to work with. But yeah, the Techs, I've got that. It's a nice system as well. So, and a really budget friendly one as well. It's great. So I've tried it. They've given me their own filters, but also have my own mono filters as well. So I'm doing a kind of comparison between that as well. So hopefully that review will be out the next few weeks. So again, I've been fighting skies, unfortunately, rubbish skies, but they've been gracious enough to give me an extended loan. So it's been really good because I said to them, look, I don't know when I'm going to get a review out because the skies have been so atrocious, but they gave me about 6 months, so it was decent of them to do that. So I've had a good run of it, but yeah, mainly here, as I say, in Scotland, it's much easier just to shoot one shot color because I just don't get enough time to finish a project in mono. It just would take too long. So I could do it, but it would take a very, very long time. So oh, good evening, autopilot. So it's the evening for you as well. Yeah, I'm at 2 o'clock in the morning here approaching. So we're going through the night here. So yeah, the cameras are they are largely expensive, but the Tech rig is fairly relatively affordable considering what you're getting versus other kind of brands. So, but again, as I said, I'm in the midst of testing at the moment. It's been a good performer certainly. But yeah, Astro stuff is not cheap. Definitely, there's no. It's tricky to budget is a relative term sometimes, isn't it? So. SB clusters coming up quite nicely, actually. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'd like to do a Messier marathon with one of these as well. I'm sure you get through quite a few of them quite quickly as well. So burning that off too. Be good to do a kind of challenge one of these live streams. So I'll maybe think about that and try and see what we can get. So 'Well, the skies are holding up for us, thank goodness. So I'll keep my fingers crossed for a wee bit longer, and then we'll move on to something else. $7 months, Logan. I know. Wow, a nightmare, mate. I know. It's it can be an ordeal at times, but we keep doing it. We keep going out. We keep going out like fools, but happy fools. Sometimes frustrated fools, but we go out anyway. So I have a very understanding family. They're just like, yeah, they know any kind of clear skies. It's like, "Ugh, Daddy's got to go out an image." So they're pretty tolerant. They're pretty tolerant. So, but yeah, it can be a trial. So it can be a trial. But once you get those nights and everything works, it all comes together. It's a great feeling. So it's a great feeling. I was just saying to some of the guys earlier as well, Logan. So there's it's Starfront. They're doing a rental now for the S30, not the S30 Pro, but the S30. So I grabbed one of them just to. It's their own system, similar to what we've got at Pixel Skies, obviously, in terms of it's their system. You just run it. So I'm going to run the S30 out there, Border 1, so it should be pretty cool out there. So even with an S30, so it's on a rolling contract, so I'll give that a go for a wee bit and see what I can get from that and do some live streams there. So it'd be interesting to get a S30 live stream from here and the S30 Pro rather from here in Scotland and the S30 from Starfront. So be good to do a compare and contrast. So that'll be coming soon. I'm just waiting for the login details for the S30 down there. So it'll be very cool to get some Border 1 imaging in. So and for those that don't know or just joined us, I'm just imaging from central Scotland here. I'm just in Stirling, William Wallace country. So I've got Stirling Castle out one window and the Wallace Monument out the other. So great for the history geeks. So oh, have you, Logan? Yeah, have you finished up totally there, mate? So are you going anywhere else? You got any other plans for remote somewhere else, or it has been the weather's been pretty pants. I mean, I'll admit that it's been pretty bad from that perspective. But yeah, sorry, I didn't realize you'd finished up there. So I say I'm looking forward to that one down in South Africa. So that'll be nice to start imaging down there. So that's from June. So I've got that one from June. I've done a 6 month trial with that one first, and then I can continue on if I want to. So I'll try and get something down there too. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Something a bit closer to home then. Cool. That's really nice. Well, good luck with it, buddy. So let me know how you get on with it. So I hope it all works out for you. So I hope you get better weather as well. So it has been a bit of a trial at Pixel Skies the last few months. Certainly, it's been difficult. So right, we're just 11 minutes now on this little cluster here. It's coming through not too bad. As I say, I think you guys are getting some compression. You naturally do that through social media, so it is looking pretty nice here from my end of things. So as I say, I'm just running it in station mode. I've got it set up on my the desktop app. It's kind of the bonus here with I'm running a Mac Mini, so the kind of some of the native iPad apps work quite well on these. So it's been good to have that. So you can sit in the comfort of a big screen, obviously, and watch it all come in. So I'll try and get some more live streams coming in. Obviously, as the clear skies dictate, obviously, but I'll try and get some more stuff, more testing done in the S30, and there'll be a bigger main review coming in the channel as well, which I'll add. But I'll try and get as many live streams as I can, obviously. So, and when I get the one set up in Starfront down in Texas, I'll get some live streams from there as well. That'll be a bit more time friendly for me, obviously. So won't have to stay up as late for that. So can get that done in the morning. So from my end at least. So I think they're 7 hours behind where we are, I think, so time-wise. So that should be good. Be interested to see how this one does with a larger mosaic as well, and a different target, obviously. But when Cygnus comes back up, obviously, in terms of that, that'll be a nice one to get. So I haven't tried any mosaics on any of these smart scopes yet, so it'll be interesting to see how they pan out. So I think it's one of the newer features on them, I think. So all right, I'll give us another few minutes, and then we'll move on to I'll maybe try and hit one more target before we call it a night. So, or call it a morning, but see what else I can get for you. If you want as well, this is kind of just an ad hoc stream. I just threw everything up because I was obviously planning to do one earlier. But in the comments below, if you guys have any targets you want me to hit for the next time, just certainly put them down there. Share, please do, and then I'll try and include them in the next live stream if I can see them from my location. That is. So, as I say, from my folks' house, I've got better views from the south and the west. So I'm going to maybe try and get up there tomorrow night and try and hit something around Orion. So try and get the M42. Obviously, would be a good one to get. So, and then a kind of wider mosaic around that area. It'd be pretty sweet to get. So. Yeah, definitely the Horsehead. I would certainly go for that right now if I could, but it's blocked out from my location by trees, unfortunately. But I will, yeah, certainly when I get the up at my mum and dad's house, yeah, I'll certainly hit that around Orion. It'd be good to see, definitely. So Seven Sisters, yeah, the Pleiades have just passed, unfortunately, just over my roof now, so I'm blocked out. So I was hoping, as I said, to get out a few hours earlier, so I would have managed to get that. That would be nice to see in this as well. I'd like to get the Seven Sisters on this one, definitely. So, but I'll keep them in mind for the next stream, certainly. So thanks very much for your suggestions. So thank you. Right, we'll run this for another minute or so, and then I'll move on to a final target here. We'll see what we can get. Maybe try the elephant's trunk here. So we find a compare and contrast between the image behind me from a mono rig and this one here. So I'll see what I can get because we're up in that kind of vicinity of the sky anyway. And I think I've still got a clear view of it. So we'll have a look at that next. Hope you guys get out and get some clear skies soon, though, wherever you are. So I've certainly been missing it. So I've actually gone and got a couple of visual scopes as well recently. So again, just the idea of just plonking something down in between the clouds and getting a view. So getting any fix under the stars, if I can't get a full imaging night. So it's always nice to have a look through the eyepiece as well. It's something I used to do quite a lot, but as further down I got, like probably most of you down astro imaging, that's all you focus in on. But it's nice to get a view of these objects from with your own eye. So it's beautiful. Some of the imaging up there is absolutely stunning visually. So, but again, weather dictates. Right, that says at 15 minutes now, so I'll plonk this one off just now, and then we'll see what else is up here. Right. And the skies are still clear, so we're all right, I think. Let's have a look. Okay. I'll maybe go to the old elephant's trunk that I see. Is it 1396, I think? Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at that. Let's go to. I'll see if I can get it from where I am. So. Battery powers, that's the other thing I'll say in this, has been pretty good. It's pretty fast charging. Oh, it's clear. Yeah, we can get the elephant's trunk. That's me had this running now. It pretty much left it on now for about 3 or 4 hours, even before I came on this live stream, because I was monitoring the skies and we're at what 68%. So it's been pretty good battery capacity in these things. Again, you can just plug in a USB-C and have it in a power bank and keep it going a lot longer. So okay, let's have a wee look here. See what we can get. I dare so I probably have better suited to an equatorial shot on this one, because I think with the equatorial mode you can open up longer exposure times, so this target would probably lend itself a lot better to that, but we'll see what we can get. I can see some of the, I don't know if you can see it on YouTube here, but I'm seeing the nebulosity come in already, so you can see some of that hydrogen signal coming in already, so that's pretty impressive. All right. See if it's plate solving that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, cool. Yeah, coming up already. That's great. I like this area of the sky as well. Some really, really nice stuff. So I'd like to hit the whole trunk of the elephant's trunk with one of my bigger Newtonians. I haven't done that yet, so that's one on my my bucket list for imaging. So I'd like to try and get up close to the elephant's trunk. So nice to get a wide view of it, but lots of nice stuff going on up there. But I'd like to try and get the actual trunk close up. So again, the focus is holding well, and the stars are nice and tight. So looking forward to getting this properly edited up, though. The great thing with these is you can just leave them as well, so it doesn't matter if your connection drops or anything like that. I mean, that's the other thing. Scope's probably just outside there. It's probably about 10-15 feet away, and it's been holding up okay. So, but I've got it running in station mode anyway. As I say, it's a lot more stable that way. I find anyway, so it's been good, and it means I can log in through my MacBook as well. So it just pretty much connects instantaneously. So there's been no lag on it at all. So. It's been pretty intuitive, changing the filters when needed as well, obviously. So between the narrow band and the light pollution filters as well. So it's all pretty much set and forget. It does pretty much everything for you. It's been really, really good experience so far. So I get more and more nebulosity coming in here too. So I'm interested in that Milky Way feature as well as for the composite imaging. So you can get a picture of your foreground, it freezes it, and then it'll track the Milky Way at nighttime. I'd like to see how that works out too. So I'll run this for another kind of 10 minutes or so, and then I'll likely have to call it a night, I think, guys. But as I say, I'll be back with certainly back with some more live streaming, definitely with this. So, and I'll be posting finalized images as well on all my social media channels, so you'll be able to see them as well. So when I get them posted up. I'm not sure if we're getting any hazy cloud coming over us now. I'll have to go and have a look outside and see what the state of play of the sky is. It's looking a bit more smeary out there. I'll have a wee look. There's a little bit of haze coming in, but I'll let it run a wee bit longer. I'll give it the 15 minutes and then see what we can get. Hopefully it'll clear a little bit. So elephant's trunk's getting a little bit low now. So I'm fighting through a little bit of haze at the moment. So yeah, that's right, Richard. We feel your pain. So you're always hoping for that one good night, aren't we? So always something to hope for. So, and once you get it, you're back again for more. So, and you'll put up with months and months of rubbish weather. But the astrophotographer's lot, isn't it? So more so, I think, here in the UK as well. So we're well adept at that. So quite a bit more nebulosity coming through here now. So some of the dark dust lanes as well. You can see starting to poke around here as well. So again, this is a bigger, wider target as well. So it might be worth maybe taking this in a maybe 2-panel mosaic or something like that in the future. So might look at that. So yeah, I think so, Pete. So it might be that we're always in the back of my mind, but yeah, it'd be nice to get somewhere with more guaranteed clear skies, at least for some more of the year, at least. So I mean, I don't need 200 clear. I'd like 200 clear nights, but I'd settle for 75 or 100, so quite happily. So we're coming up to over 6 minutes on this. So as I say, I'll run it to about 15 minutes, and then we'll maybe call it a night. And then regroup for tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be good. But I say I'll get some solar tomorrow. The moon's nowhere to be seen at the moment, so which is great for long exposure astro. But because the cloud came in, I didn't put any bigger rigs out tonight. Unfortunately, I probably should have, but there's a bit of haze coming in, as I say, so I'm not sure what a good idea that would have been anyway. So I probably would have been packing up anyway at this time. So hey Logan, no, I haven't tried. I haven't tried the equatorial mode in any of them yet. So I'm definitely going to try it in this. I've got a kind of geared head for the tripod. I'm running this one, the 30 Pro off Benro Mach 3. So it's the aluminium one. I don't really need the carbon fiber one because it stays here at the house. I'm not traipsing around anywhere. It's been really, really solid. But I'm gonna get that geared head on it, and you can tilt. Yeah, so I'll try the equatorial mode. But no, sorry, I haven't tried that in the. I hadn't tried it in the S50 or any of the other smart scopes yet. So, but I'll be interested to see because it'd be good to unlock the longer exposure times, obviously, because I'm limited to 10 seconds here, obviously. So it'd be good to get 30 or even 60. So, but no, I haven't tried it, bud. Sorry. That's right, Richard. I keep saying that to my wife anytime she says you're nuts going out there. So I come in freezing and I said it's worth it. She says, "Is it?" I said, "Yes, it is. It is." Yes, we all do, Dirty Rodder. That's true. That's why we're here. Thanks for joining. Even despite the haze here, we're still getting some good stuff coming through. So be interested to see what this looks like when it's all stacked up. So I'll just be waiting for the S70 to come out now. That'd be the next one. So or an S90 or an S100. That'd be interesting. So there seems to be new scopes coming out every week now. So it's unbelievable. So well, that's great, autopilot. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. Is that right? 30 seconds is the limit. Okay. A lot of drops with a minute long subs, right? Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what I can get in this one. So It being a bit wider, I'm maybe might be able to push it a bit longer, but we'll wait and see. So we'll wait and see. To be determined, but we'll let you know how we get on. Oh, that's our first failed stack there. That's the first one all night. So I think there might be the conditions deteriorating a little bit. So. Oh, is there rumors already? The S70, I was kind of being tongue in cheek there, but yeah, that's good. That'd be exciting if there was. So yeah, definitely. So that'd be cool. I wonder what sensor they put with that as well. That'd be a good mix, definitely. So I Bortle 9, that's tough, mate. That's a tough one, but I think again it's good to have these smart scopes in conditions like yourself, though. It's good to have that so you can get out and see something, definitely. So it's great. Don't let that stop you, obviously. Keep going for it. I think we'll run this for another 5 minutes. We're getting back to the stacking. It failed there just a couple of frames ago, but it's holding up again. So I think it's just some passing haze in front of the target here, and it's quite low down now. So probably accounts for some of it. But I've had a great hit rate with everything so far as well. I've not had any real failures really. So in terms of the stacking rate, it's been pretty much spot on. As I say, the autofocus has been perfect so far from what I've had. So I've been really impressed with it. Starting just to see nice definition of the elephant's trunk here just coming out. I don't know if you can make that out in YouTube for where you guys are, but I'm certainly seeing it coming out here at my end. So really, really cool feature. I really like this. One of my favorite objects in the sky. So I don't really get sick of imaging this one. So I've had a few goes at the wider view, as I say, but I'd really like to get a zoomed in view of it with one of my larger scopes. So looking too bad for 10 minutes. So I'm interested to see to push the limits of the storage on this as well. So I'm not sure how many images it'll stick to, but I'll experiment with that as well. So, but download's been great as well. I mean, in station mode, I've just been transferring it straight from Wi-Fi right across to one of my hard drives here in my main system. So it's been good. Been very, very handy for that, and down to the phone, it's very, very quick too. Even the video, it's very, very fast transfer speed. So I've been impressed with that too. Oh, there's another fail there. But again, I think that's mostly down to conditions we're in at the moment, so not the scope itself. So equally, as I say, I'm doing a bigger review on this scope. So if there's any questions you want or anything you want to know about the scope or any of its features, just let me know in the comments and I'll try and include them in my review. So I'm just going through the testing phase at the moment with it, but I prefer to have some time with a scope before I do a proper review. I'll probably do an initial impression video, but I prefer to get a better handle on a scope before I give a kind of full review on it. So, but if there's any features you want to know about or any questions you have, just do let me know. So in the comments, and I'll be sure to try and include them in the video. So feel free to do that. I'm also interested to see how this thing does on the moon too. The S50 was pretty good, obviously, with a wider view here on this scope. I'm not sure how detailed the moon will be, but I'll be interested to see what it looks like as well. But as I say, we don't have it in view at the moment, so I'll have to wait a little bit for that. So it'll be good for an eclipse. I think we've got a lunar eclipse coming up soon, so it'd be nice to get it plonked out there if I get a good view of the moon. So I think they do a time lapse feature on this as well, so it'll be pretty cool to see that. So the shadow move across the lunar surface, it'll be cool. Hi Logan. Yeah, I think there's a Milky Way mode on it. So when I come off this target, I'll show you the main screen. So as far as I understand, it takes a composite view of the foreground and then it'll track the Milky Way in the background, a track shot, static it obviously when it's all stacked, and then it does a composite. So similar to what you can do, I think, in Photoshop, but I think it does it all in the app. So I'd like to, as far as I understand anyway. So I'd like to give that a shot as well. So, but it has a dedicated Milky Way mode in the app. So on the main screen. So I'll be interested to see how that works out. So. Hi, Copper Still. Thanks for joining us from Maine. So welcome to Scotland virtually. So hope you're getting some clear skies where you are. So yeah, it's pretty cool, Logan. I'm interested to see how it works, in terms of results and stuff like that. But it looks pretty cool. So, but I have to wait for we don't have a great view of the core at the moment, obviously where we are. So I'll have to wait and see. So I did a time lapse, like a day time lapse, just of some clouds, just random. I was just pointing it up. I didn't have anything really interesting to look at this afternoon from the back garden, but I pointed it up. If you go on to my Instagram page, I'll just send you the link here. I just did a story. It should still be up there. It was really good. Again, I downloaded it onto Instagram and the compression just crushed it, but trust me, it's really, really good from the phone and on the app. The time lapse feature is very, very good. So I got a quick, like a 2 second. It was freezing when I was doing it. I had to go in. I was a bit of a wimp that day. The other day, I was filming some of the Highland Hills from my parents' back garden, and I got a quick time lapse over the hills with some of the cloud, and it worked really, really well. And on the actual scenery mode on the app, there's a 1 time, 2 time, and a 4 time zoom. So you can zoom in obviously in your framing as well. So it's quite good for framing targets as well. So there's some info. I did a video there that's on one of my shorts here on YouTube and also on Instagram. So you can have a look at that if you want to have a wee look. But the time lapse mode is good. It's very good. So. And one thing I did try, although I wasn't quick enough, there's a tracking feature, so it can track animals in flight, birds in flight, and obviously planes as well. So there was a jet flying over the house, But by the time I'd managed to swing the scope around to get it, I just got the contrails of it, so it was kind of more following the contrails than the actual jet. But I'll need to be a bit quicker next time. But it's a cool feature as well, so it's a lot of fun. So I think for general, very budget bird watching and stuff like that, so it wouldn't be the same as a high end spotting scope or anything like that. But it's pretty cool to see it. You can image it here, kind of like digiscoping. So it's pretty cool. But the scenery mode, it's really good with the two cameras. Yeah. These darker lines are coming in a little bit better now. So despite the haze we're shooting through at the moment, but it's holding up okay. So yeah, thanks, Logan. Yeah, it came through, but it was good. You can set it. You can set the duration as well. It's pretty good. So I think it's 1 to 20-second intervals. I think over the course, you can run it to infinity. It just keeps running, obviously, until it runs out of space. But you can run it for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I ran most of them for like an hour to get a good run of it. So if the Aurora comes back, I'll try it in that as well. That would be actually quite a good feature to try it on, I think. So, but the time lapse feature was, yeah, I did enjoy using it. So I might try it as well at nighttime doing things for my videos when I'm running my bigger rigs. It'd be interesting to see the time lapse feature in that, because obviously the camera is quite sensitive. It's quite good for picking up the stuff in the dark. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out as well. So I'll be posting stuff like that in my socials. You'll see that as I post them. So. No, another failure there. So not a bad rate though, as I say, despite what we're shooting through. I'm pretty impressed. All right, we're coming up in the 50-minute mark, guys. I'll pause it there, and then I'll try and I think I've still got the footage on the SeeStar. I'm not sure if I downloaded it or not to the phone, but I'll try and show you the some of the shots I got of the Highland Hills and some of the time lapses I managed to get. So I'll have a look just now. I'll pause this just now. It's looking a bit more hazy out there, but I'll have a look in albums. It's good. It merges it here from scenery, so you've got scenery modes. It separates them out, so it's quite good for filing system. You can look and see what you've taken. So these are some of the shots I got. That was just with a static long range camera, so it's not like DSLR quality, but it's pretty cool to have a wee shot. So that was some of the Highland Hills from my mum and dad's back garden, and that was with I think that was with the 2x zoom from the scenery mode. So, and that was me. This was just a shot of, again, just some sheep in a field, but I was just testing out the lens. So that was at 1x zoom, and then I got it to 2x here. So not bad quality. It's a little bit more hazy, again, not proper full frame camera, obviously quality, but it's cool for just a bit of fun, obviously. So, and that was the 4x zoom of the same sheep there. So, uh, and then that again, that was the very quick time lapse because it was freezing. I only got like 2 seconds of it, but you get the idea of it, obviously. And that was it. I think that was at 2x zoom as well. So, and a 10-second interval with a cloud. So, but it's not bad. It's good for some fun. That was just a tracking shot. I was just moving it manually with the joystick there, so just over some of the snow peaks there, just at the back garden. So that was at 1x zoom with the main sensor, the 585 camera. So it came out pretty well, not too bad. So again, you're going to get compression at your end. It does look not too bad at my end, obviously. So yeah, totally, Logan. It'd be great for B-roll, as I say, at nighttime, especially with the time lapses and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to be utilizing that quite a bit, I think. So yeah. So you get the idea. That was again a pylons in the distance. That was at 4 times zoom. So it's a bit hazy, but you get the idea. So again, that's atmospheric conditions as well are playing into that. It's not just the lens, but it was pretty sharp. Certainly the normal 1 time zoom. I think that was me chasing the contrails I was telling about. So it was tracking them okay, but the jet was obviously up here, but I wasn't quick enough to get it, obviously. But it did certainly locked onto the contrails there, and it tracked it very, very well. As you can see, it's pretty smooth. So I'll have to try it when I get a jet properly in focus. So, and again, that was just some of the general time lapses here, just with the clouds above the back garden. So it was I was just messing around, having some fun with it. But yeah, it's a versatile wee scope, certainly for sure. I'll certainly be using it quite a lot in my retinue. And here's the main features here. Obviously, stargazing, what we've been using tonight. This is this Milky Way feature here, Logan. And then you've got your solar system. That'd be for your solar and lunar as well. So and then your scenery mode as well. And you can utilize the two cameras. So can you capture? I'm not sure. I'm going to look into that. So I'll have a look at that. That was something I was wondering myself. So I'll have to look at that, mate. I'll let you know though. Certainly, yeah. I'll have a look. I'll include that. So, but yeah, a lot of features on this thing. I've been very, very impressed with it, and I would certainly recommend it if you're looking for a smart scope to pick up. It's been it's been really good fun so far for the week I've had it. I'll be certainly utilizing it a lot more, and I think that 585 sensor, for me at least, anyway, is the winner of it all in terms of viability of using it, obviously, especially for deep sky. So it's been really, really fun to use. But as I say, I've got the S30 I'm going to be using in Texas, so I'm interested to see the compare and contrast using the standard S30 down in Bordeaux 1 skies versus the S30 Pro up here in my Bordeaux 5 here in Scotland. So I'll be doing some compare and contrast views where of that too, and I'll also get some live streams going from Texas as well. So hope you guys can join me for that as well. So, but thanks very much for joining me this morning for me anyway. So I'm probably going to call it a night. It's 20 to 3 now in the morning. So I'm probably going to call it a night, but I really want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are in the world. And obviously, clear skies to you all. Join you in the next live stream and my next video, guys. Thanks very much and take care. All the best. Cheers.